All right, one game that will surely get the old big tape cut up on that show will be Auburn's visit to Mississippi State. But right now, that tape is not showing the type of offensive prowess we expected from either of these schools. What's going on? Auburn typically has the running attack humming, but this crew averaged under 3 yards a carry against Southern Miss. Jarrett Stidham coming through, though. Multiple touchdowns for the first time in 7 games for him in that win. Bang. Miss State has 1 touchdown in its last 2 games, and something's not clicking in Joe Moorhead's takeover of Nicky Fitz.
I promise you it's going to get fixed. It's going to get better. And the light at the end of the tunnel, it's an opening, not an oncoming train. So we're going to get there.
Playing a very good team. It's a tough place to play. You know, they have the cowbells and all that. And, that's always a factor, you know, when you go there as far as the being loud. It's a different kind of loud. You know, it's not just, you know, human voices and everything. That's really unique and different.
It is man-made, but it is not human.
They got all those cowbells and something, you know, in your ear.
Very matter of fact, no Jabberwocky from Gus Malzahn, who right now is overseeing the worst offensive output from any team he's overseen at Auburn as either offensive coordinator or head coach. Still, Sportsline says it'll be Auburn winning this thing by 7 on the road. Mississippi State's having trouble right now. What do you think?
Well, let's start with Auburn, because I knew coming into the season I thought it'd take a little while for that offensive line with 4 new starters to congeal. But surprisingly, they went out and they beat a tough Washington team and ran the rock on them. But since then, I mean, they have struggled. They only had 2 runs last week of 10-plus yards. So the explosive plays have been a huge void in the rush offense. Passing the ball, if you give Stidham time, I think he can make the throws. He's been hit a lot. And Mississippi State, I think they lose this ball game because if Coach, what's his name?
Moorhead?
Moorhead.
More offense?
If he thinks Nick Fitzgerald can morph into Trace McSorley, he's sorely mistaken.
Yeah, I know you didn't recognize him since he shaved the beard.
Both these offenses are stuck in the mud. There's no question about it. Stidham is not running the ball. Last 2 games, -5, -26. McSorley is at Penn State. We shouldn't be talking about him here. We're talking about this particular game. Fitzgerald has gone for 145 and 98 yards passing in the last 2 games. That's not good enough. Right. Not in trying to win an SEC game. I'm going to go with Auburn. They can fix their woes. Chip Lindsey's got to find a way to get Stidham back in the running game.
Yeah, I look at this pretty simply. The best defense in this game, to me, is clearly Auburn. Right. I mean, clearly Auburn. And just on that alone, that's why you favor them, you know, by a field goal there at Mississippi State. I'm going with the Tigers.
Yeah, and it was the botched field goal against LSU and some miracle passes by Joe Burrow with the PIs that gave LSU that win at Auburn.